Come back to Worship Wednesday with me, Megan, every single Wednesday right here on Practical Faith. I think there's a great thing going on in this world today. I see for myself all these people as they start to submit to the Lord. But on the other hand, I'm also starting to witness for myself what certain people believe submitting to the Lord looks like. And I don't fully think that everyone really gets what the Lord means with that. I mean, I've had conversations where people honestly, earnestly believe that the Lord would put me in danger just so that I can get a word out. Or the Lord would put me down and out just so that I can share finances. And quite frankly, and this is going to be harsh, but if that's the type of God that you believe He is, then you don't believe in our God. You don't know our God. You know what? I know a God that all His plans for me are for good and for a new hope and a great future. That's Jeremiah 29 verse 11. All His plans, everything that He does, works out to the good to those who love Him. I love Him. That's for me as well. That's Romans 8. And you know what? When you take all God's promises into account and you take into account what we are actually called to do, we were testifying about this last week in our cell group, about taking opportunities that the Lord give you that you might not expect necessarily. But it made so much sense to me. I was thinking to myself, we've been praying the Jabez prayer over ourselves quite often, and in it is one little verse or one little sentence that says that you might enlarge my territory. Now, this is basically praying the Lord to enlarge the territory, the people that you gather for the kingdom. And I prayed to the Lord one day and I said, how do I enlarge my territory if I'm at home the whole day, or if I don't get to see people? And very same day, I kept getting calls from a customer service line. And I went, after the second one, I said, Lord, these people better stop phoning me. I'm going to pray for them. And the Lord obviously saw that as a challenge and He made me pray for them. The phone rang 2 minutes later and I'm standing actually in the shopping center and I'm praying for this person and I'm seeing these people around me just looking at me and I felt so awkward. But then I also realized afterward, the Lord gives us all types of opportunities. He puts all types of people over our paths. I didn't now go out and pray out loud and make a big scene. I actually lowered my voice and I prayed just between me and the guy on the other end. And there was a lady that walked past and she looked at me. And I saw in her face, her whole face changed. It brightened up. And I realized that without even knowing, the Lord used me in that very moment to minister to her as well. Who knows, maybe she just needed some confirmation of the Lord, of the Lord's people as well. You know what? Ministering can be as simple as laying a hand on a brother or a sister or your mother or your father, a close relative or a friend, going out to a braai with friends and ending off in prayer. You don't have to give up everything you have. You just have to give up everything you are. And you know what? Oftentimes the Lord's way is better anyway. Submitting to the Lord, if you've not yet submitted to the Lord, please try it. There's a whole world of blessings on the other side. And I really pray that each and every single one of you, if you have not yet, please learn how to submit to Him. Please do it for yourself. I hope you have a wonderful week.